Why traveling young is smarter than you think? Everyone tells you to save up for a future that isn't guaranteed, right? From your very first job, the mantra is save, save, save. Build the 401k plan for retirement, and in your golden years, you'll finally get to enjoy it. But I decided to do something different. I decided to cash in my future maybes for a present-day hell yes. I'm exploring the world now, and I can tell you that my poorer bank account has made me richer than I ever thought possible. And the biggest reason why has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with a single non-refundable ticket you were issued at birth: your health. Stay with me, because this is why trading a comfortable retirement for a rich life is the smartest decision I've ever made. For a long time, I lived by the book. I was on the exact path everyone expects. Go to school, get a good job, start climbing that corporate ladder. My life was basically a series of spreadsheets, one for my budget, one for my 5-year plan, and another for my retirement goals. Every single decision was calculated, all of it optimized for a future version of me. A 65-year-old gal who, I just assumed, would be healthy, happy, and finally ready to live. The world was something to be seen, eventually. First, I needed security. Life, I was told, would begin later. But then, something started to shift. It wasn't some lightning bolt moment, just a slow, creeping realization. I was sitting at my desk, staring at a chart projecting my financial growth over the next 40 years, and I felt nothing. No excitement, just a hollow feeling that I was saving up for a stranger. Who was this person I was sacrificing my youth for? Would she even be able to hike the mountains I was dreaming of? Would she have the energy to get lost in a new city for 12 hours straight? Then a story I saw online just hit me like a ton of bricks. It was about a woman diagnosed with a terminal illness, and her one regret was not traveling more. We plan our lives as if tomorrow is a promise, but it's not. It's a privilege. That day I opened a totally different kind of spreadsheet. I started listing places I wanted to see, things I wanted to experience. The Great Wall of China, the salt flats of Bolivia, the chaotic markets of Marrakesh. As the list grew, I felt a spark for the first time in a long time. I made a choice. I wasn't going to defer my life anymore. I traded the spreadsheet for a passport. And in doing that, I stepped out of the black and white world of planning for the future and into the vibrant, high-definition color of right now. My life isn't about accumulating wealth anymore. It's about accumulating experiences. And let me tell you, the returns on that investment are immeasurable. Okay, I know what you're thinking, because I've heard it all before. It's that same chorus of well-meaning, practical objections that kept me frozen in place for years. So before you click away, let's just tackle them head-on. First up, the big one. But what about my career? We're conditioned to see our career as this linear, unbroken line. Any detour, any gap year, feels like a professional catastrophe. But that's such an outdated way of thinking. In today's world, employers are desperate for people with soft skills you can't learn in an office. Travel teaches you adaptability, problem-solving, and resilience in a way a 9-to-5 never ever could. When your flight gets canceled in a country where you don't speak the language, you learn to think on your feet, fast. Navigating a megacity's public transit system builds confidence that translates directly to the workplace. Taking a year to travel doesn't create a gap in your resume. It adds a whole new dimension. It shows you're a risk taker, a global citizen, and someone with a perspective that goes way beyond the cubicle walls. Next, the responsible adult in your head chimes in, but what about my retirement savings? This is the core of it, right? The idea that spending on travel is frivolous. But I want to challenge you to reframe this. It's not spending. You're not just buying a plane ticket. You're investing in your own growth, your education, and your mental well-being. Think of it as investing in experience dividends. While stocks might give you a financial return, the memories and the self-knowledge you gain from travel pay you back for the rest of your life. These are assets that never depreciate. The goal isn't to be reckless, it's to find a balance. Maybe you don't save as aggressively for a few years, but what you gain is a portfolio of life experiences that a stock market crash can never, ever take away. Finally, the most practical objection, but I don't have the money. This is a genuine concern. Travel can be expensive, but the idea that you need a trust fund to see the world is a myth. Traveling in your 20s or 30s means you're probably willing to do it on a budget. You're happy to stay in a hostel, eat street food, and take the overnight bus because you value the experience more than the luxury. Plus, remote work has opened up new opportunities to earn while you explore. Now, it's true that some traditional options, like work-abroad programs, have gotten trickier due to visa rules and economic shifts, but it's all about priorities. For the cost of a new car, or even just a few years of daily fancy coffees, you could fund a trip that will literally change your life. It's not about having more money. It's about being more intentional with the money you have. So we've dismantled the buts. Now for the heart of it. Why is traveling young just fundamentally smarter? It all boils down to understanding the true value of your most finite resources. First, and most importantly, your health is a non-refundable ticket with an unknown expiration date. We have this bizarre habit of assuming our health will just be there for us when we retire. We tell ourselves we'll do the adventurous stuff, the hiking, the diving later. But the hard truth is, our physical abilities diminish over time. Research backs this up, showing a huge number of adults over 65 have mobility issues due to chronic conditions, with some figures as high as 35% for people over 70. That physically demanding trek you're dreaming of? It's infinitely easier and more enjoyable when you're 25 than when you're 75 and dealing with bad knees. Traveling young lets you say yes to active adventures that might be entirely off the table later in life. Second, travel is the ultimate investment in your personal growth, and the returns compound over your lifetime. Think of your life like a video game. Travel is how you level up. It shoves you out of your comfort zone, forcing you to become more independent, confident, and resourceful. Every challenge you navigate is like gaining experience points that make you stronger. By doing this in your 20s, you're not just having an adventure. You're building the very foundation for the rest of your life. The self-awareness you gain will inform your career choices, your relationships, and your entire sense of purpose for decades to come. It's an education you just can't get in a classroom. Finally, traveling young forces you to redefine what wealth even means. Our society equates wealth with a number in a bank account. But what if true wealth is a life rich in memories, stories, and human connection? When you're older, are you going to look back fondly on the year you boosted your savings by 15%? Or are you going to remember the sunrise over a temple in Cambodia, the taste of real pasta in a tiny Italian village, or the friends you made from all over the world in a chaotic hostel? Travel builds a library of memories that will enrich your entire life, long after the money would have been spent on something else. This isn't about irresponsibility. It's about recognizing that a life well lived is the ultimate financial goal. Look, the path of saving everything for a distant future is a safe bet. It's logical, responsible, and it's what everyone expects of you. But it's a bet made on the wild assumption that your health, your energy, and your spirit will all be waiting for you at the finish line. And that's a gamble I'm just not willing to take. I chose to invest in myself, right now. I chose to build a life that I don't need a vacation from. The experiences I've had and the person I've become are assets more valuable to me than any stock portfolio. Your 20s and 30s are this unique window where you often have the perfect storm of health, freedom, and minimal responsibilities. You can't get that time back. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time. So my question to you is, what are you waiting for? What's that one place, that one experience you've been putting off for someday? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about the maybes you want to turn into a yes. And if this resonated with you, subscribe for more stories about choosing a life of experience. In the end, you have to decide what kind of rich you want to be. I hope you choose a life full of stories to tell. Don't let your biggest regret be a life you were too cautious to live. The world is waiting. Go see it.